Welcome back to the War Boss Pitch channel, everybody. And today we are going to do game one of our reenactment of the Iron Cage. Now on the table you can see that there are all these little pieces of paper that are ripped up and have been scattered around the board. What these are sensor contacts. We're going to be using hidden setup on this one. So whenever the Imperial Fists hit the board, whenever they get within 30 inches of something, or 30 centimeters within something in the open like this, it'll get revealed. Or if it's in a building, they actually have to get into the building. It'll be revealed by rolling on a dice and seeing what it is, if it's a booby trap or if it's a unit. And then, also these units can be revealed in case they do move or if they open fire on the enemy. So, we're going to do a very interesting way to deploy the Imperial Fist's first wave, which is going to be the drop pods, that I have learned from, I read the Epic 40K Compendium. So, I'll show you how to do it. First, you take a piece of paper, and you write on it what the squads are. T is for tacticals, D is for dreadnoughts. These triangles are going to be for the shield squads. And then you get a ladder. And then you climb up the ladder to where you're almost to the ceiling. And then you take your drop pods and you do this. Oh, that didn't look cool. Let's try that again. All right, let's sprinkle them this time. Blue. There we go. I'll come back when they're set up. All right, here is the after. Okay, guys, because we are in the area of 30,000 points on the table, I'm going to go ahead and roll in the box. And mostly, I'm just going to narrate what happens. Everything's going to be grouped into units that are close. Like, say, over here, I would activate all 6 of those at a time. And then I will come back with a play-by-play of what happens on turn 1. Well, I'll give you a play-by-play as it happens. First action is going to go to the Fists. These 4 tactical squads and 2 boarding squads are going to attack this unit that is in the building with the 4 quad guns. So I'm going to roll some dice, move some stuff, and show you what happens. So the boarding brothers walked into the ruin and opened fire, and then the 2 tactical squads charged in. We ended up with 11 dead Iron Warriors and 5 dead Imperial Fists. The Iron Warriors are going to activate their medium tanks, and they're going to engage this unit of tactical squads that's closest to them. So they're obviously surprised. All of their piss-poor shooting only ended up with 11 dead Marines out of 30. Next, we're going to group together these 40 Marines in the center, and they're going to attempt to attack that squad in the building. After all the bolters fly through the building, we end up with 7 dead Marines. The Iron Warriors and those Rhinos are going to get out and try to engage that Dreadnought. With the combined power of the bolters from all of the tactical Marines and the APC Rhinos, it takes the Dreadnought from 12 toughness to 0. More in the center, these 2 Dreadnoughts and the boarding squad inside the building there are going to attempt to engage these Dorado Dreadnoughts. They do 9 damage combined to one of the Dreadnoughts. The tactical squad is pretty much removed from existence. This group of 3 tactical squads in the open is going to move to engage this squad here in the building, just trying to get out of the line of sight and out of line of fire of those Land Raiders. Since they were close enough, I went and grouped in that squad that was in the building as well. Between all the bolter shots and the close combat attacks, they're able to kill 10 Iron Warriors. For the Iron Warriors' turn, our self-propelled artillery is going to go ahead and fire at this big blob in the center. It's able to take out 10 Marines with their heavy artillery shells. This squad of Marines is going to go ahead and move into that building, and we're going to check to see if it's booby trapped. It is not. Inside they find two APCs full of troops. They open fire and knock one down to 2 toughness remaining. The Iron Warrior squad that's already been getting picked on in the center ruined. They're going to go ahead and open fire on one of the Imperial Fists squads that have attacked them. Only killing 2. These squads of Imperial Fists are going to maneuver and engage the tanks. The bolter shells pinging mostly harmlessly off the tank armor. The Derrideos, finding themselves surrounded, are going to engage everyone around them. I'll show you the aftermath. Autocannon rounds fire into the ruins, taking out one squad of Breacher Team, 2 Marines out of the tactical squad, and then all of their missiles combined are able to take out one of the Dreadnoughts. Next, we're going to activate all of the scattered Imperial Fists over in this section of the board. We're going to do them all at one time just to save some time. Alright, what happened here is that the Dreadnought that is sneaking behind the building there took a shot, blew up the Rhino, everyone spilled out, 2 of the Marines died. This squad here fired into the squad, didn't kill anybody. This tactical squad has taken over the automated AA gun, and these 2 squads have converged and taken out the Iron Warrior squad with the heavy mortars. The squad of Iron Warriors with the heavy mortars is going to go ahead and fire at this squad over here in the corner, removing 3 of the fists. The squad on the other flank has moved to disable this automatic AA gun. The squad of Iron Warriors in the building that's been getting harassed are going to fire into the mass of Imperial Fists trying to take over their building. They take out 7 of the fists. Time for the scattered fists on this flank to activate. The Fists are able to charge to take out the heavy mortar team, and the other 2 squads have moved into cover, and we've yet to have any booby traps activate. Time for the Land Raiders to activate. They're going to move out and punish anything in front of them. They're able to remove 10 Marines and also take out 2 of the pods. Final activation for the Fists is this squad that dropped in a very unfortunate position all by itself. They're able to knock 2 toughness points off of the medium tank. Here's an overview of the board at the end of turn 1. The automatic AA guns on this flank have been disabled. The center is kind of... it's still a cluster. And then the flanks have been dealt with the known threats. We'll see where we go from here. This turn we're going to have Big Daddy Fist himself and the air support come in. All the flyers have come in on this corner of the board, getting ready to set up gun runs and drop off all their goodies. The last of the Iron Warriors defenders come out of their cover. We got 2 rhinos here, 2 rhinos there, and then a squad with 4 quad weapons there. We're going to start with the Thunderhawks. So the Thunderhawks opening part of their gun run onto the table. The one over here took out 2 tanks and knocked the last one in the group down to 11 wounds. And this one knocked out 1 tank and knocked the second out of 3 down to 3 wounds. The Iron Warriors' first activation on turn 2, the Derrideo Dreadnoughts are going to attempt to back out some more and fire at the tactical squads here in this building. They're starting to chew away at the tactical squads inside the buildings. The Imperial Fists in the center are going to attempt to move into that building and dig out the Iron Warriors with the heavy guns. They're able to finish digging out that squad. The squad with heavy artillery in the back is going to go and fire at this squad, these tactical squads in the open. And with a dice failure, every tactical Marine is killed. The Marines in this building are going to attempt to clean out the rest of the Iron Warriors that are stuck in there with them. Without too much difficulty, they are able to remove the last remaining 9 Iron Warriors that were there. These squads are going to try to get these Iron Warriors out and the Rhinos out of the building, while this squad here is still running from those Land Raiders. The Imperial Fists were unable to muster up a total victory. They were able to kill 3 Iron Warriors while losing more of themselves and taking one of the Rhinos down to 2 wounds. Now we're going to activate all the Imperial Fists that are scattered on this flank here. Between all the bolter rounds and the Dreadnought, they're able to take out the Iron Warriors that were outside the tanks and take the Rhino itself out. Land Raiders are going to move forward and fire at the squad that's been running away from them. Last cannon heavy bolter shots ripped through the ruins, taking out 8 of the Marines. Time to activate the scattered Imperial Fists on this flank. Everyone move forward, and they've taken some shots at the Rhinos that are inside the ruins. Completely ineffective. They're able to take out 4 of the Marines and remind them that there is a war going on out there. The Fists in this section of the board are going to attempt to do something with the heavy artillery. Finding themselves out of effective range to hurt the artillery, they fire at the Iron Warriors that are parked outside and are able to take 5 of them out. Realizing he had a dreadnought that was hiding and it should have already activated, he charged in and ripped that Rhino in half. Now the Iron Warriors are going to activate what's left of their medium tank force. Okay, all of their heavy bolters were only able to kill 2 Marines, finishing off that stand that was already wounded, and all 3 of their main cannons missed. Sometimes the dice give, and sometimes they take away. Alright, the transport plane moved forward with all 6 of its Rhinos still attached. And then we're going to do this squad, which is going to engage the squad that already shot at it. They were able to plink off 1 wound. Alright, we're going to activate the 2 squads of Iron Warriors that are out on the flanks here. It'll be that squad and that squad. The Iron Warriors in the building are able to fall back and kill 2 Marines. And then the Marines over here open fire with everything they have and kill nobody. Everyone made their army save. Then last activations are going to be the Iron Warriors that showed up this turn. The 40 Marines and 3 Dreadnoughts are able to wipe out those 2 tactical squads that were advancing towards them. At the end of turn 2, things are starting to look pretty rough for the Fists, but remember, they have a massive amount of reinforcements coming in on these wings of fire. Top of turn 3, Daddy Fist has showed up to ruin those Land Raiders' day. So, first activation, turn 3, they're going to charge. After doing enough damage to kill 3 Land Raiders, they're consolidating towards this unit in the building. I think they are starting to crap their pants. Which they are going to fire everything they have at Dorn and his Terminators. They're able to put 3 wounds on the Terminators. The Thunderhawks continue their gun run, and they're going to see if they can get rid of these 3 Dreadnoughts. With the combined firepower of both Thunderhawks, they easily obliterate everything that was in that alley. The self-propelled artillery is again going to fire into the largest clump, which is going to be this mess in this building. With cover involved, they're only able to kill 3 of them. Now we're going to activate this whole mess here in the middle. After all the smoke clears, the center of the board officially has no more Iron Warriors left in it. In the far reaches, the Iron Warrior squad in the far row and is able to take out the last 2 remaining of that squad that it was firing at last turn. And over here, the Iron Warriors that were guarding the self-propelled artillery surged forward and killed the 2 5-man squads directly in front of them, and now they're facing down another 2 5-man squads. Speeding through till the end of the turn because for some reason whenever I hit the record button it just didn't work. Our transport plane is flown forward here and with its laser cannons destroyed the last tank here. Its other laser cannon took some shots at the tanks that were here. All of these Space Marines put together finished it off. And then the Dreadnought is still continuously chasing this squad, and it's got 2 wounds. It took 2 wounds. That squad is just going to be chilling over in that corner. And so that's going to bring us to the end of turn 3. Oop, let me zoom out this way. Here we go. Opening move of turn 4. Dorn and his Terminator is going to charge into that squad in the building. I don't know about you, but I did not see that going any other way. The artillery is fired and killed 2 Marines. The squad of Iron Warriors behind them got back in the Rhinos and they're headed towards this side of the board. Now we're going to move the Thunderhawks and the transporter. Okay, I think I gotta take the phone off the tripod for this. Welcome to the Cluster F. Let's see, the transporter moved forward, landed. Well, let's start at the beginning. In the beginning, we had both of the automated anti-aircraft firing, and they were only able to take 4 wounds off of one of the Thunderhawk. So, not very effective. The transporter moved forward, dropped off the rhinos, and then the rhinos dropped off their squad in a Russian nesting doll situation. Then we had our Templar brethrens jump out, and this detachment is assaulting the artillery. So we're going to roll some dice, and I'm going to tell you what happens at the end. Alright, from this angle, the combined power of both the Thunderhawks destroyed the 3 dreadnoughts that were here. The 100 or the 60 Marines that hit the ground killed off all 4 squads of tactical Marines. They blew up these rhinos over here. The other 2 took off. Oh, I'm sorry. 1 squad of 5 was remaining, but I figured he got in the rhino and ran away. And then these rhinos that were over here, they're getting out too. So there we have it. A 30,000 point game over in 4 turns. Wow, I didn't expect that with a board this size, measuring in centimeters. But hey, deadly is deadly. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a cheeky little counter running at the bottom of each video at the end to show you how many Imperial Fists have died. Because this is the Iron Cage. And they said they only lost 400 Marines. But I think I can do better than that. So, that's all for today. See you guys next time. This has been War Boss Fitz. And remember, if you're going to be doing something, you might as well have fun.